Hello and welcome to this late morning taste challenge. We have George Dickel 12. We have George Dickel 12 Sour Mash, Tennessee Sour Mash Whiskey, the Superior 12 recipe. Age 12 years. It's aged an average of 7 to 9 years. 7 to 9 years. And if they gave it an statement, they would have to put 7 because you got to go with the youngest whiskey. So instead of putting an age statement, they just say, in various sources, I heard it from one of their spokespeople, we age it between 7 and 9 years. And that's the practice these days with these whiskey companies. They won't give an age statement because Jack Daniels said on the tour they don't want to pay the tax. They got to pay, if you make an age statement, they got to pay taxes. And although they clearly and strongly implied that it was aged 4 years. But like the tour guide said, but I'm not saying that. But anyway, this is age 7 to 9 years. Introduced 1964, 90 proof. Produced in Tennessee, not far from the Jack Daniels distillery, actually. Just about, from what I could tell on a map, 20 miles northeast, and I don't think it's that far. But anyway, the competitor is Virginia Black. Let me wipe it off. It's a little smudged. Don't know why. Fingerprints, I guess. It's a mirror. A mirror is a negative space with a frame. All right. Hector Lopez says, hello, Ronald. Hello, Hector. So this is Virginia Black, introduced in 2016, only 4 years ago. And you see it's a glass bottle, and the label is a mirror, a glass mirror that is glued onto the bottle. And it has a gold back, and then the blackout is the VB, Virginia Black American Whiskey. All right. I got two 375s, okay, which adds up to 750. Age 2 years, bottled in Indiana. See, they put an age statement, which made them say 2. We'll talk about that in a minute. Bottled by Virginia Black, Lawrenceburg, Indiana. You know that's Midwest Grain Products. For Virginia Black LLC, West Hollywood, California. Here's the disclaimer. Not from Virginia. The disclosure is on the front, American whiskey. They could have easily put a blend of Indiana bourbon whiskey. There's the cap. Now the bottle looks like a perfume bottle. Every video I watch, people say the same thing. It looks like a perfume bottle. I think it looks like a 1986 cologne bottle that you would have purchased at J.C. Penney. I was going to say D.H. Holmes, but that was a New Orleans company. Most people aren't familiar, but D.H. Holmes is very similar to J.C. Penney. Okay. So it does look like a 1986 J.C. Penney cologne bottle. I'm having a celebration from Sierra Nevada. Good choice. This was designed for a guy named Drake, who I don't know anything about, except I know he's a Canadian and he's a singer. And I don't know much more than that. He wanted this to be one of those celebrity whiskeys. You got the Proper 12, another celebrity whiskey, and they have many more celebrity beers and all of that. Price. Mathern's has it $32.99. I checked around. That's the average price. So say $33. So you're going to pay $33 for the normal size bottle. Decadent American whiskey. You say, oh, you're paying for the name. 201st day of 2017. Okay. Of course you're paying for the name. Drake. I got Drake's whiskey. Okay, fine, It's a nice looking box that comes in. It's really fancy. Oh, you're fancy now. You're fancy now. So it looks nice. Okay. Dickel, $23. $23 at Total Wine. I checked. You find it in other places, it'll be about the same price. So $23. Dickel 12. No problem. No problem. I bought it for cheap. Now, I always get these good deals. So I bought it for $12.50. Not making that up. Bought it at Walmart for $12.50. My friend David went over there to buy some. It was gone. He did get the Dickel Rye, which was also $12.50. So he bought a bottle. And I bought the rye and this. I mean, $25 for 2 full-size bottles of Dickel 12 and the rye. Who's going to pass that up? You say, well, what about people that don't drink? Yeah, well, of course. I mean, people that are into this kind of hobby. Scruffy says, off topic, but today is the 45th anniversary of the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Oh, okay. The Edmund Fitzgerald. All right. It's a shame that happened on the Great Lakes. Daryl Macias says, cheers, Ronald. He's got a beer glass or something. No, a rocks glass. Oh, cheers to you. Okay, so now, if you look on the website, and I put links below, it says here on Virginia Black website, a personally selected, I don't know, Drake, probably the distillery master at Midwest Grain Products. Drake probably said, I want them to get a good blend. And they said, we'll do it. We know what we're doing. All right. A personally selected collection of 2, 3, and 4-year-old bourbons finished with a decadent profile, whatever that means. I think it means they're adding flavor into it. That's why they don't call it bourbon. You can add flavor in the whiskey, no problem. Just can't call it bourbon unless you have blended bourbon, but this is not blended bourbon. That's a different thing. This is all bourbon, 2, 3, and 4-year-old. They blend them together. It doesn't say a blend of straight bourbon. That would be a blend of straight bourbon. That would be the class. Okay, no big deal. George Dickel, Tennessee whiskey, 84% corn, 8% malt, malted barley, single malt whiskey, what you call. In Scotland, they say single malt. We just say malt whiskey here. Okay, malted barley whiskey. All right. Level 4 char, that's the alligator char. So it's very charred. Wasn't as much as that Woodford Reserve, though. That Woodford Reserve was like Charcoal City. Charcoal City. Oh, so pretty. Now, D12, Dickel 12. This is not going to be a taste champ. I don't even know why I have tags, because they don't look alike. So, opening the cologne bottle. Can you get... Can you get this stuff pretty easily? I don't know. Around here, yeah, because I know Ernst has it. I know Walmart does not have it. I know that Winn-Dixie used to have it. I don't know if they still do. I think once they sold out, they didn't order anymore. I don't think it's a big seller. They're like, once it's gone, don't order it. Rubber stopper. Dickel. Mathern's has some Dickel, not all, but a good little selection of it. You know, I think they have the 12, the 8, the rye. I don't think they have bottled and bond, but Mathern's doesn't have as huge of a liquor selection as like Dorignacs or Total Wine or Martin Wine Cellar, but they can't have that because this town is much smaller. I mean, you could have it, you just be stuck with it. So they have to Mathern's has to be careful, like have like a little bit of everything, but not a lot of anything. But they can order it. I mean, they'll get anything you want. So they have their clientele. They come in here. This is not the store. I don't know why I said it. They go in there and they buy it. And then they get some stuff that other people don't get, like the Blantons, you know. I don't ever see Blantons at Walmart, but they'll get it. And they'll even have people's name. I'm going to checkout over there and I see bottles with somebody, this is for Tom, whoever, because they got their name on that list. And if it comes in, they had best get it. But it comes in a lot. So Blanton's is common here. But anyway, back to this. Virginia Black, you might find it around. I got a great deal, though. No, I did not pay $32.99. I paid $10. You say you lie. You lie so much. Why do you get on the internet and lie so much? I'm not lying. Ask my friend David. Oh, yeah, he has a channel with no content. But, you know, theoretically, if he had a channel, you could ask him. We got it for $10. Full size amount, 750 milliliters for $10. I was at Total Wine and More today. I could have got Miles Gin for $1.99, glass bottle, 2 nuts and funky plastic. But I said, no, I don't want to mess with gin. And I don't know how many viewers, but I keep seeing more and more about Miles gin. But I didn't buy it. Okay. So I got this for about half price. And I got this for a third of the price, because 10 times 3 is 30. It's really less than a third of the price, because 10 times 3 is 30, but it's going to cost you 33. I don't know how Savannah Discount has those prices. Don't ask me. Yeah, 70% off. 46% off on the Dickel. Now that's some kind of great deal. I mean, yeah, you'll get liquor prices, you know, like 10% off, 15% discount, but 70% off? I think that's selling it lower than cost. I know liquor is not marked up 70%. Slayton said, gotta love the Dickel 12, my personal daily sipper. I think it's a lot of people's personal daily sipper. I think you're making a good choice. I thought it tied with Jack Daniels, though. That angers some people, but other people said, oh, damn. I could tell them apart in a snap. But I didn't find that the Dickel was any better or worse than Jack Daniels and vice versa. It was sort of like a personal preference thing. You know, no big deal. No big deal. Canada Dry Hand said, you ever had Japanese whiskey? I sure have, but I didn't buy it. My friend David was starting to buy it. Then he turned on it. He said, that stuff gives me a headache. I said, and he thought it was overpriced. It is expensive. You know, I ship it all the way from Japan. We tried the Suntory Tokai. Well, I liked it. They try to make Japanese whiskey taste like Scotch, because the people that trained the Japanese how to make whiskey were from Scotland. So they basically, if you drink a Japanese whiskey, it's Scotch, but it's from Japan, so it's Japanese whiskey. I think Indian whiskey's like that too. It's from India, you see. They were trained by the Scottish. But what I had the Suntory Tokai and the Hibiki. You know, the Hibiki Harmony. We tried the Hibiki Harmony. I loved them. I thought they were great. But he was saying, that stuff's not even that good. We paid $70 or something like. I said, well, yeah, I wouldn't think it was that good for that price, but I didn't buy this. You can really love stuff when you didn't pay for it. Okay, you get some great liquor prices in Louisiana. That's for sure. Crazy prices, like madness. Madness. And it never stops. You think, well, that was a nice run, then you stumble and there's another great deal. You just can't pass it up. Like today, I bought a Christmas present for somebody early. You know, I really wouldn't start my Christmas fund until next month. But I said, watch me come back and it's gone. I don't think it would have been gone, but why take a chance? You standing there looking at it. George Dickel, Barrel Select, 9-year age. George Dickel, Barrel Select, 9-year age. Well, I was checking Total Wine's prices, what was it, last night for Barrel Select, and they had them for like $56, something like that. This store I went to had it for $35.99. George Dickel Barrel Select, 9-year age. $35.99. I said, I'll buy that gift, and they won't. And the people that get the gift, the person that gets the gift won't know any better. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we all the same way. They're going to say, oh, look. And then, you know, they're going to go home and check the price on the website and say, that guy paid $56 for my bottle. But they don't realize I paid $35.99. See what I mean? I'm looking fancy and I'm being cheap. Okay. But what am I do? I mean, that's going to be a great whiskey for the person. It's got a real cork. It's got a wooden cap. This is no like slap dab whiskey. You understand? And it's 103 proof. Okay. The aroma is like George Dickel. What do I mean by that? Well, it has a muted charcoal in the nose. You don't really pick up a lot of charcoal or wood barrel. You pick up like a sort of candy-like whiskey aroma in Flintstones vitamins. You say, oh, you're out of your mind. Well, that's what I smell. And see, when I first reviewed it, I thought, I'm about to post that solo review in a few days. I said, something about it is something strange. I liked it. Oh, yes, I liked it, and I gave it a good score. But I kept saying there's something strange about it. Some kind of aberrant flavor and aroma I cannot pin down. I couldn't. You watch the video when it comes up. I couldn't figure it out. So I didn't know. I didn't know what to do. So I was reading these written reviews on Proof 66, and somebody said Flintstone vitamin. And then 3 or 4 other people said it. And they said, once you hear it, you can't unthink it. And I was sitting here and I said, that's it. That's the thing I was trying to figure out, the Flintstone vitamin. Sounds terrible, doesn't it? But it actually tastes good. Over here, the aroma. All right, Virginia Black, opening my eyes. There is no way in the world you are ever going to mix these two up. That is impossible. It cannot happen. It will not happen. And I haven't mixed Dickel yet because it didn't taste or smell anything like the Woodford Reserve, Jack Daniel's No. 7 Green Label, Cooper's Craft, and it certainly doesn't smell anything like this. The Virginia Black is so distinctive in its aroma. I don't know if I would call it a good, or I would call it a good aroma. But my friend David was saying, oh, that stuff's terrible. And then I went to his house about a month later or 2 weeks later. I said, where's your Virginia Black bottle? You had almost a full bottle. He said, oh, I'll drink it all. I said, I thought it was terrible. Then I find out later he went back and bought more. I said, wow, it's terrible, but you bought more. He said, well, it was only $10. It's actually $5 because they sold it in half-size bottles. Well, 2 halves makes a whole, so $5. You know he bought 2 each, but he bought 3. Okay, I'm in love with I Am Sake. I love with and whatever. All right, I can't read that. Hey Ron, how are you? What's your favorite Mexican lager? Also, how's the weather? My favorite Mexican lager, I don't know. Modelo Negra or Dos Equis Ambar, probably. The weather's muggy and warm. So it's humid and warm. Not hot, but warm, you know. Okay, taste. Let's just do the taste for the, because I'm going to go start cooking. Got to cook that ground meat and the beans and the onions. Dickel. It's an oddity in a way. It's got that strange candy-like taste. But a lot of whiskey to me tastes like candy. But this one especially does. Until I get to this. This one really especially, most especially. Virginia Black. Do they add colorant? You think it would be that dark with a blend of 2, 3, and 4-year-old whiskeys? I don't. That's why they call it whiskey, because they added colorant. If they called it bourbon, they wouldn't be able to add the colorant. It would be. I don't care if they add a caramel color. It doesn't change the taste anyway. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not like fixated on that. But it tastes candy-ish. Like, I think they have added flavor. What is the flavor they're adding? The natural flavor. Read that Tax and Trade Bureau website, you'll find out they can add artificial flavoring if they want. But I don't think they did. It tastes like brown sugar. No. Browned sugar. What you call that? Creme brulee. You know, like that dark caramelized sugar that they do make with creme brulee. I think they're trying to make it taste like that. I think they're trying to take this blend of 2, 3, and 4-year-old bourbons and they're trying to make it taste like creme brulee. And you say certain segments of the population got a sweet tooth, loves to drink sweet everything. And that's not a judgment. That's just an assessment. That's an observation. That's an empirical observation. That's not a judge. That's not passing judgment on anyone. That's stating what should be the obvious Because you think about who is the target audience for Virginia Black. And then you think about who is drinking Hennessy, who is drinking MD 2020. And then you start to think, oh, it's a who's drinking Hawaiian Punch in the big jug, gallon jug. So then there's a sweet orientation towards that. Sugar. I mean, Hennessy is sweet and sugary. It's sort of like candy with candy liquor. It's a brandy. It's cognac brandy, which means it's made from grapes, but it's still sweet. And I know people love drinking Hennessy. You know, I hear them talking about it. Man, I was drinking. I heard somebody literally not even 2 weeks ago, or it was so recent, saying talking on her cell phone loud in a store. Girl, we was drinking Hennessy. I was drinking. She said, "Oh, I was drinking it straight." Now, did I pass judgment and say, "Listen to this woman drinking Hennessy straight. I am so appalled"? No, I just said to myself, that sounds about right. I like drinking Hennessy myself, and I like drinking it straight. Which one tastes more like bourbon? Well, George Dickel, charred oak, Tennessee sour mash whiskey. And I know somebody's going to say, it's Tennessee whiskey, dumb, it ain't bourbon. Well, if you do your research, you might realize who the dumb is. Which one tastes better? Now that is a tough question. How can you say that? Because are they both quality? Yeah. MGP, they know what they're doing. That distillery's been in business since 1847, and that is not a joke. 1847 is no joke. All right. You think they've been around that long and they're incompetent? I don't think so. It's designed to be like this. Now you might say, well, I don't like stuff like that. Well, good. It ain't designed for you. All right. So you have a great opportunity to not drink it. And I'm so tired of people on the internet, beer, wine, and liquor, especially beer, talking about a product is bad because they personally don't like it. And I'm thinking, how insane is that? They'd be like, oh, this stuff's horrible because I don't like beers with tomato juice. I'm like, no, it's not horrible because you don't like it. It's would be horrible if it was poorly made. Okay. You know, make your statement sensible. Just say it like this. I don't have a taste for tomato mixed with beer, tomato juice mixed with beer. It doesn't appeal to me. So in my opinion, I don't like it. Comma. However, there may be other people that would really appeal to, and they might love it. Okay. You know, it doesn't make it poorly made. I don't know. I can't, I'll never get past that. This thing tastes exactly like I know they tried to make it, creme brulee. So it would be crazy to come on the internet talking about this stuff is trash because it tastes like creme brulee, and I don't like creme brulee. Okay, well then don't drink it. It is not poorly made. There's no off flavors. There's no off aromas. It's not like disgusting or bad. Now, is it worth $32.99? I don't know. It's up to you. What do you want to buy? I wouldn't pay that much. I never would have tried it. It has stayed right up on that shelf at Mathern's for $32.99, and I never would have bought it. I know that. You know that. American people know that. But I didn't pay that. I got it for 10. It's well worth 10, and it's worth well more than 10. It's quite obviously not a $10 whiskey. That's a crazy price. I don't know what's going on across the river over there. I just think one day I'm going to hear something on the news. You know what I'm saying? But until then, I'm going to keep buying stuff. I knew somebody was getting a great deal on TVs and stereo systems over there on the other side of that river. Yeah, too great of a deal. It was great till they got busted. And you say the sheriff's office got them, huh? No, the sheriff's office didn't get them. If you ask me, the sheriff's office was in on. No, I didn't say that. The Walmart detectives got him. That's who got him. See, they were stealing televisions and stereo systems and everything off of a train. See, there's a train track that runs through there. Big old, like, major. And it goes real slow. I don't know how they were doing it. I don't know the whole details. They got a guy named Stacks. I think there was a guy named Stacks who was supposed to drive a van, but he went to his girlfriend's house. He left the van parked, and they got his license plate or something, and they traced it back to. But that's how they. But the Walmart detectives busted them because they were so stupid. They were stealing off Walmart train cars, those compartmentalized cars, those container cars. You might get away with it once or twice, but you ain't getting away with it repeatedly. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with dangerous people. They'll probably dig a hole in the swamp before. But anyway, they got busted. So, and they all went to prison. I said, ha ha. You say, somebody you read about in the paper? No, it's like somebody I actually know in real life. But anyway, but I just think that's, I just can't conceive that how Savannah Discount could have prices that low. It doesn't make sense. I don't know how you could sell a $32.99 whiskey for $10. I don't understand it. I don't know how you're selling a $56 Mitsunara aged, Japanese aged oak blended Scotch whiskey, $56, but you selling it for $17.99. I don't know how that works, but I know a lot of other things. Anyway, let's look at these. Okay, so it's a tie. It's a tie if we don't consider price, but we do have to consider price because most people on this internet have to buy their products, including me. So Dickel is $22.99 and Virginia Black is $32.99. $10 more. Is Virginia Black $10 better? No, I don't think it's 10 cents better. It's not 10 cents better. So it loses. Okay, it loses by virtue of price. But it definitely isn't worse. All right. I'm not going to get on here and say it's worse. It is not worse, in my opinion. I do not think Virginia Black is any way inferior to George Dickel. It just may not appeal to some people because you may not like that flavoring and all of that. Fine, you know, don't drink it. But MGP knows what they're doing. And in fact, MGP does business with Dickel. They make the Dickel rye. They make the Dickel rye. Yes, they do under contract. Not to mention 1,000 other products for other people. All right. So let's look at the comments. Then I'm out of here. I got to go cook the food. Hello from Northwest Arkansas, says Reverend 20 Piece. Northwest Arkansas. Oh, I've been up there. Built the Interstate 49 and 540. So, you know, 24 years ago, there was no interstate highway. So there was just Highway 71. Talk about a scary highway. It's like caution, 20 miles per hour around this bend. This is in the Ozark Mountains. I promise you, if you go 25, you're dead. It says 20, you better go 20, because if you go 25, you're dying. Because you look over the edge and there's like a house. It looks like a little toy Lego house. But it's not that small. It's just that it's that far away. That's how far of a drop off. So don't worry. I drove slow. It's so pretty over there, northwestern Arkansas. Let's see. And by the way, that highway, US Highway 71, starts right outside of Baton Rouge and Crot Springs, right in the middle of the swamp. 71. And goes all the way to Canada and into Canada. In Canada, it's Manitoba Highway 71. True story. Get on it and drive. Take you all across the United States, or, you know, bottom to top. I never went into Canada on it. Oh, a little bit of Canada on it. Yeah, a little bit of Canadian Manitoba Highway 71. Not Manitoba. No, it goes into Manitoba. No, Ontario Highway 71. Yeah. We went to Kakabika Falls. All right. Watching from work in Youngsville, says James Lassane. What's up, man? How you doing? Youngsville. Oh, yeah, I'm very familiar with Youngsville. I slept in Youngsville one night. I don't want to say too much. All right. Doing good, James, says Reverend 20 Piece. Ethan said, you mentioned before you can get liquor at Walmart and other retail stores in Louisiana. That's right. Are there any other states where that is the way that you know of or seen in travels? Other states where you can buy liquor off the shelf, like at Walmart here, like buying cereal off the shelf or peanut butter. Certainly not Texas. You can't even buy liquor except in a liquor store in Texas. Absolutely not the case in Arkansas or Mississippi. I know that much. Not in Alabama with their highly regulated system, or Tennessee, or Florida, or Georgia. Trying to think. I can't think of anything. I can't think of anybody. There may be another state. I just don't know about it. Georgia has stricter alcohol laws than Louisiana, it seems, for the reason. Much stricter, much stricter, much stricter. Give me some Clamato, says Reverend 20 Piece. Bootlegging travels, laughing out loud. TVS, I don't know what that means. Daryl says Stacks, laughing and crying. What was Stacks' girlfriend's name? All right. Leave the gun, take the coffee pot. All right. I'm joking. I'm kidding. Okay. Hey, Ron, favorite Halloween memory in the 80s and 90s? None. I don't have any. Sorry, I just don't. Maybe it was a football game I went to on Halloween night that was great or something like that. Interesting question, says Nina Yordi. Not familiar with liquor in non-liquor stores. Rhode Island, probably regulated very heavily. Reverend 20 Piece, you can get booze at Missouri and Illinois Walmarts. Oh, right in the store, like here? Okay. Good to know. But I thought Illinois, you sure it's not in Illinois that it's a separate liquor store part of Walmart? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like that in Baton Rouge. Now, Baton Rouge has strict regulations beyond what Louisiana requires. So if you go to Baton Rouge, you can't buy liquor at a Winn-Dixie grocery store or a convenience store or anything like that. Buy liquor from a liquor store in Baton Rouge, except that Albertsons and Walmart have a liquor store attached to their store. You know what I'm saying? You got to walk outside, go right around, and walk back in. And then St. Bernard Parish, east of New Orleans, direct east of New Orleans, you cannot buy liquor in a grocery store or a gas station. You have to go to literally a liquor store. But that's St. Bernard. That does not apply to any parish besides St. Bernard. That's a parish ordinance, or as they call it, the parish. That's what those people call their parish, the parish, as though it's more preeminent than the other 63. But in this parish, Jefferson Parish, St. Charles Parish, Orleans Parish, I don't know about Plaquemines. Oh, no, yeah, Plaquemines, it can't be. So you could just buy it off the shelf like you're buying toothpaste. Costco has a liquor entrance. See, a liquor entrance, but it's not integrated into the store. And see, here you can buy liquor at the racetrack gas station. You can buy liquor at where else you gonna buy it? The gas station and the grocery store. That's who sells it. There are no liquor stores around here. Now, somebody opened a liquor store in this town about a month. They opened a liquor store. I don't know how they're gonna make any money. I said to myself, what makes them think they're gonna make money? You know, who's gonna go there? I went there and I bought a 12-pack of Modelo Negra. I kind of felt sorry for the lady, you know. I said, look at her. I said, look at this lady. Her dream was probably to own a liquor store, and she got it fixed up real nice in there. Got all the gin, all the rum, you know, all the blended whiskey lined up so pretty. But I say, hell, how are they going to make it? Why would you go there when you can buy it at Walmart or Winn-Dixie or the gas station? The answer is no one is going to. I mean, I would, but I don't buy stuff for sympathy, except I did that one time, you know. In Florida, Publix has an attached liquor section. See, I noticed that when I was in St. Petersburg and that. Same thing in Baton Rouge. Separate liquor store in the back in Illinois. California, so Illinois, it's not like you can just buy it off the shelf. California, maybe Montana has liquor inside Costco stores. Sorry for the confusion, 50-50. I'm sorry. Hey, peeps, says Julie. Hey, Julie, I'm about to go cook my food. Costco has a store brand whiskey. Yes, and so does Winn-Dixie, and so does CVS Pharmacy. Oh, yeah, right. Forgot. If you go to CVS Pharmacy right here, I can almost see it from my window. Can't, but I could almost see it. I could walk to it. Didn't take long. Oh, yeah, all that noise. They're working on the roads here. They're repaving all the streets in this neighborhood. So it's total chaos, you know. But I was lucky I could get it into my driveway. CVS Pharmacy, perfect example. I'm glad I thought of that. I can walk into CVS Pharmacy, and there's a liquor section. Yeah, there it is. I can just grab it off the shelf, bring it to the counter. It's not like it's behind the counter and you tell the lady, oh, I want to get that Valentine's scotch. No. You just grab it yourself and bring it. Now, do they have stuff locked in a cabinet? Yeah, they have a liquor cabinet that's locked because that's stuff they figure people are going to try to steal. Same thing with Walmart. You know, they do studies. They know who's going to steal and they know what they're going to steal. So they lock it up. But I go to CVS right now and buy scotch off the shelf and come and just like I'm buying socks or a t-shirt. That's it. We out of here. Is it true, Ron, the construction blocked your highway? Well, what construction are you talking about? That right out there? Well, I mean, yeah, it's blocking the street because they got to tear the street apart so they can repave it. But I just was able to get in and out at moments when they weren't tearing it up. They're tearing it up right now as I speak. But then eventually it'll be all picked. Luckily, I did not have to go to court, jury duty. I had jury duty today. But I checked yesterday and they said it was canceled. The trial was canceled, so I didn't have to go, thankfully. CVS cough medicine, laughing out loud. Costco whiskey. Look, you see these brands like Costco. It's all made by Sazerac. I'm telling you right now. Drugstores in Rhode Island, some have liquor. Okay, so they might have a separate license as a liquor store. I don't know Rhode Island's laws, you know, of course. Here's a perfect example. I went to Walmart. They got Stedman Select, legendary bourbon whiskey. Yes, legendary. It's been on the market 2 years. Now, when I did my trademark research, they're saying that Stedman Select is a Walmart brand. It is owned by Walmart. Okay, fine. Great. I go to Total Wine and More this morning. Right there on the shelf is Stedman Select. I'm looking right at it. Stedman Select. I said, now, if it's owned by Walmart, why is it in Total Wine and More? I know who makes it, IWA Distilling. You say, who is that? Well, they owned by Sazerac, Louisville, Kentucky. Either the trademark research I'm looking at is incorrect, which I do not think it is, or Walmart is subleasing this stuff to other stores. You know what I'm saying? It's owned by Walmart, but they are letting other people buy it as long as they get a cut of the action. Why am I finding Caliber at other stores? Why am I finding Stedman Select at other stores? If it's owned by Walmart and if it's a private label means what? You only buy it at that store. I'm seeing it everywhere. Same thing with Albertsons. They telling me 75 South is owned by Albertsons. Well, there was a Savannah discount right there clear on the shelf. Okay, I got to get out of here. Okay, North Georgia has some really great beer and wine prices. Liquor, not so much. You see, we have great liquor prices, but beer, not that good, and wine, that's average. Hey, Ron, when was the last time you ran into a St. Ives beer? 10 years ago. That long. Oh, no. 8 years ago when I was at the Washington Nationals ballpark in District of Columbia. I found some St. Ives liquor at a liquor store right across the street from the Nationals ballpark, and I bought it because I knew I was going to see it again. Yeah, so let's say 6 years ago. 8.7. That's new because it's usually 8. Fleischmann's Preferred Blended. Nina, I saw Fleischmann's brandy this very morning. I saw Fleischmann's brandy at Total Wine and More. It's $14.99, a big handle bottle, 1,750 milliliter bottle. Did I buy it? Well, no, I can't buy everything all the time, but I would buy it after I finished the Fundador Solera Spanish brandy, and then the Reynal French brandy. I think I'll get Fleischmann's next. Yes. It's an old brand. It's been around a long time. I probably should buy it. Yeah, it's kind of historic. You say, yeah, but bums drink it. Yeah, well, it's a historic bum brandy. Is St. Ides a rough road? It can be. But we used to get 6% St. Ides. Look at us. We used to get this all the time. I'd go right there to that store half a mile away and get it. Bomber bottles, see. Oh, I don't know what it cost. It was, I don't know, $1.49. And it was 6%. See, that's important. 6%. It was so mild and mellow. Then when they started bringing out this 8% over here, no, they stopped making it over here. They stopped selling it here. They brought out the 8% in other states. I found it was strong and harsh. But the 6%, that was the jewel. That was jewel. You could get really mellow with that. You could get very mellow with that. And it was never skunk. I know it's in a clear bottle, but it was never skunk. It was never skunky. Never. Never, 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 never. St. Ides flavor malts were really bad. Yeah, I never tried them because we never got them. Cheers says the electric, hear what I said, electric beard. Hey, electric beard. Boy, the whole gang is joining now. 22 bottles at the pizza shop. I can get 22 ounce bottles of all kinds of stuff, right? All of a sudden now I can get Budweiser 22 ounce, Miller High Life 22 ounce, Colt 45, 22. I don't know what's going on. I find Virginia Black very bitter. No, I didn't find it bitter at all. Deuce, deuce, says Nina. I know you got to go, but what you cooking today? Well, I ain't cooking anything because I keep delaying. See, I think it smells good. I could sip on that all day, but then I would develop sociological personal problems. Black beans. I might do chili beans. Ground meat. And top it with some cheese and yellow onions, and then sop it up with, oh, and I got some mushrooms. I'll wash them and cut them, whole mushrooms, and sop it up with some bread and butter. Oh man, that sounds good. It is going to be good. So I'm out of here. I'm going to go, and I got some chocolate cookies to eat after. Thank you everybody for watching this long, but it was fun. It was fun. Everybody had a great time in this hangout. All the viewers, everybody had a great, wonderful time. See y'all tomorrow night on Wild Card Wednesday. Black beans, breadcrumbs, crack an egg, fry in oil, butter. Can't argue with that. I can't argue with that idea.